Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Grognard and Friends, where friends gather to explore the Aria. Speaking of the friends, let's check out this week's episode of Grognard and Friends. And we're back. Just a few notes before we get started. 2023 has already started in the role-playing TTRPG community to be fascinating, interesting, scary, terrifying, and full of changes and possibilities that might all be true or a scam or just somebody's nightmare. And with that in mind, we here at Grognard and Friends, we're going to continue doing what we're doing, and we're going to continue doing it playing together in a fantasy role-playing game moving forward. But in order to make some things easier for you, we've heard what you've said when we aired on New Year's Day about where to start and everything as we discussed. But in order to make things a little easier, we're going to, over the next month or two or three, change the way our YouTube videos are set up to make it a little bit easier, and we're going to try to break things down to make them into more digestible lumps, as it were. I don't know that that's the most flattering way to
word. Maybe bits. Lumps sounds like
that's better.
Yeah, we're going to work on our bits.
Paste.
I don't
what
know.
Was that?
Lumps is still worse. Lumps is still worse.
Anyway.
Okay, well, our itty-bitty lumps and other things will be going through some changes. Back to the Friends. When last we left the Friends, they had accepted a job from the Baron of Seven Rivers through his advisor/wizard, Quaid, to go to a small little village called Forest Grove, where there was supposedly a missing girl. They made their way there, making various stops, coming across various people and such. Eventually, after some strange interactions with the townsfolk and some
what we're best
rather terrifying discoveries, they made their way into the woods, and which gradually turned dark and menacing and rather disturbing. Where they came across the person they thought might have information on the whereabouts of Veronica, a woman who went by the name of Bile Jane. In the course of their discussions and their negotiations and their sharing of visions, Nikita decided that, fuck this, we're going to charge into battle, and all hell broke loose. And
in the best way.
In the best possible way. In some people's minds. Nikita, though, had something up her sleeve, or in her pouch, or in her pocket. An old candle that was rather strange looking that she lit, which brought forth a creature that was able to clear the playing field once and for all, it would seem, or at least temporarily. The group then proceeded to ransack the old woman's shack, coming up with a number of items that some would look really helpful, some that looked interesting, and some that were just perplexing or downright disturbing. Using one of these, a crystal acorn, they were able to locate Veronica. And after some battles with spiders and goblins and ogres and such, they were able to retrieve her from high in a towering tree prison and they finally made their way back towards Forest Grove, but not before having another encounter with the massive mounds of plant life and mulch, and the occupant of one of the magic items that they discovered in the shack, a small sack, which seemed to have a creature that came out at night and tried to drag Veronica away. And upon trying to help her, almost dragged Reed away as well. But after all of this, the group made their way out of the Black Forest, back into Forest Grove, went to the merchant Silas Marner's house, and with the help of his advisor, returned Veronica to her family, got the letter they needed to prove that they had done the job, as well as a rather nice reward. As part of this agreement, left Forest Grove immediately, and on their way out, passing by some farmlands, they decided to break for the night and were attacked by the very same scarecrows that they had investigated on the way in, that seemed to be filled with bodily waste and wasps' nests for some reason.
Giant wasps nest.
Giant wasp nests. I nearly forgot, once they were out of the Black Forest, they were once again reunited with the blue cat that had followed them around. And the blue cat continued to follow them out of the village and down the road. A little bit forcibly, thanks to Reed, if I'm not mistaken. So once the scarecrows attacked, Gaius was injured and through something became paralyzed. Things were going south pretty quickly until a number of things happened. People started making some amazing hits. The blue cat got into the fight. And it all ended with Butt Trumpet casting a spell which brought forth a little bolt of fire towards the one scarecrow. And thanks to a little side effect, that little bolt of fire erupted into a massive fireball that erupted and set everyone on fire and basically killed Butt Trumpet. Everyone was putting themselves out and figuring out what they were going to do, and they had a paralyzed cleric, a downed sorcerer. The cat then turned around, gave one final look at the group, ending with Reed, turned itself around, and proceeded to walk away, with part of it still staring at Reed. And that is where we come back to the group now. Butt Trumpet is on the verge of death. Everyone else is not doing much better. Gaius is thankfully feeling better and back with us. Gaius, I believe you managed a saving throw and you've broken free of the paralyzation. But if you check, you took 32 points of damage before you were paralyzed, so you know.
What the hell happened?
Well, part of it was before you were paralyzed. Part of it was when the fireball erupted.
No, I don't remember anything for like the past 24 hours.
Okay, well, you're heavily singed at the moment.
Why are there scarecrow bits everywhere? Why am I Oh, dear. Oh, dear Baka. Oh, shit, Buttram. And goes over and...
The oh shit part is actually quite relevant because you're finding a lot more of that than you are scarecrow parts.
Oh, Bacchus, really? I just...
It's
I'll
what
deal
I thought
with
you were going to say
this
Reed.
later.
Yes. I thought you were going to say Reed. It wasn't me.
Yeah, so, throwing some cure wounds on Butt Trumpet, 13. Bam, you're back. Look over, find the next most hurt person, wander over to them. Nikita, you look like hell. I mean, you look great.
Thank you.
But you also look like
Really?
9.
9. 0.
And Nikita was just about ready to say, "Gee, we missed you. I'm so glad you're back," says Eldred.
Eldred, deal with you last.
Oh, by the way, when Eldred says it, he says it kind of, "Oh, gee," and Nikita was going to say this, because as you look over and see Eldred, he's lying on the ground and swollen everywhere, and to go back to our favorite word of the day, lumpy. Just lumps everywhere.
Okay.
Possibly
that's
even
gonna
on his
take an
bits.
extra second.
Okay.
That's going to take an extra second. So I cast Cure Wounds on Reed, and I go over to Eldred. I'm like, well, this is going to take a lot of slow, painful healing, my friend, over the next few minutes. And then we
The
cut
12
away.
was for me.
Yes, the 12 is for you, sir. And
Thank
Lesser Restoration will be cast on Eldred, which, as Guy touches on his head, just imagine wherever he may have been injected with poison just begins to eject it violently.
Okay. Something I do need to ask you, though, is do the healing spells require the material component of your wineskin?
No, that is just flavor I put in there for myself. They're all just touch.
Because I will tell you, you notice that your wineskin is gone.
Oh, damn it to hell.
What?
Who did this?
What?
You know what? I would deal with this. I'm going to, as poison just starts squirting out of Eldred, I'll deal with this later.
Oh, what's happening to Eldred? Ooh.
Eldred looks
it's
like
like
one of
popping
those
his
wacky
Waving
inflatable things that spur the water out of it.
Sprinkler.
Sprinklers, thank you. Except instead of clear water, it's these rather disturbing colors.
Hold still, man. Damn it.
Butt trumpet,
And once
get away
he's
from that.
done purging,
Yeah,
bad
butt
does
trumpet
he look?
flops away.
How bad does he look after I've fixed that to go?
How many? 12? Did you do?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
12
No,
was for Reed.
12 was.
I wanted to remove the whatever effects he was having first with Lesser Restoration. So that poison,
He sounds
which
like
is, I'm
he's
assuming-
breathing better, but he's still looking
Yeah.
pretty lumpy and swollen.
All right, then he too shall be cured of wounds and whatnot. So he'll get 12.
Okay. He's you see a few of the lumps go down a little bit, but he's pretty bad.
Well, you haven't looked better, my friend. As I go to pat him on the shoulder, and I realize it's covered in stuff, and I'm like,
Never mind.
"Yeah, you did it. Yeah."
Can we?
I'm gonna go look at Butt Trumpet again because
Okay.
they're less messed up.
Hey guys, you still got soap?
Oh yeah, I still the very harsh lye soap.
We'll need
Yeah.
it.
We'll need that. Yeah.
Well, the good news is I think there's
Yeah,
a
there
water
he
source
goes.
right nearby.
Yep.
Yes, there is.
Good
The
job,
lake
everyone.
is down the hill.
Yeah.
Is
I'll
it
start.
day or night?
I'll start gathering up stuff so we can just kind of start moving.
Paul, is it day or night? Is it nighttime?
It's the
When this
middle of
happened?
the night.
All right. Well, if
But
we're
I
gonna
don't
do this,
wanna
let's
sleep
do
in
this
the
in a
boat.
group.
This was
let's
Let's not.
We're moving camp. Ugh. So I look around for my wineskin, Paul. Is that just destroyed, or was it?
no, it's gone.
And I had it when
The
I went to
wasps take
sleep.
it?
No,
No, I didn't. Have it.
no.
When
You have not mentioned using your wine or drinking wine for a while, and you hadn't cast any spells for a little while, so that's why I didn't mention anything.
It was sunny day.
It was
Just
No, I was just
Veronica.
gonna-
Veronica.
It was the cat.
She's been
That's sneaky
traumatized.
bent.
It could also be the cat.
The cat.
Nikita would like to look for the horses. Please let the horses be.
They are
They're just-
over here by the tree, still tied to the tree.
Oh,
Still
Very good.
zombies?
and their butts are covered in poop.
Yeah, they're a little splattered at the moment, but they don't They don't seem to notice.
Yeah, well, the horses.
And these horses are not zombies. Those horses
Yay.
are a ways back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gone. We have.
I'm sure they're following my
fresher
last
horses.
command to follow me. So sooner or later, we might just get free horses.
Really?
Can I use
Scary.
the horses? Are we
Three
close enough to
horses.
go down to the river to start bathing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
let's
lead
go
the
do it.
horses
Let's all
down
go
to
do
the
that
river.
as a group.
I follow Nikita.
Group.
Bossing.
I grab as much as of our stuff. Try to
Yeah,
grab
we're not
everything
leaving
we get
anything
out of
in the.
No.
Yeah.
Reed, give me an investigation roll, please.
I can do
Or
that.
perception, whichever you choose. Actually, either one will work for you.
I choose perception. I got a 9.
Because it's a bigger item, you notice your rope is missing since you're gathering everything up.
We did leave a rope at the tree, probably.
That was someone
Oh,
else's
yeah.
rope. I think that was Gaius's rope.
Oh, poo.
Yeah, we were kind of in a hurry.
Yeah. Nikita is now
It's not
paranoid and would
happening.
like to also do an investigation check of her shit,
Yeah.
of her
okay.
stuff,
I definitely.
not the shit she is currently covered in.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
gotta make
I'm
sure
gonna
you're
take
more
an
specific.
inventory of my pack.
Yeah.
I might as well do the same.
Okay.
Is Eldred done squirting?
Oh yeah, no, he's been purged.
It's just that kind of stream tonight.
Yeah.
We're just gonna say
So
gross
happy-
things.
So happy to have regained consciousness. Apparently.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
So Butt Trump and Nikita, both of you seem to have all of your stuff.
Okay.
phew.
The people
Yeah.
missing stuff seems to be Gaius, Reed, and Eldred says he's missing some stuff, but it's like little snack stuff he had hidden.
I'd like to use my necklace to try and get myself a couple more points healed up.
Go ahead.
That's a D8 or D10.
D10. Ooh.
Hey, Max!
Nice.
All right,
Good
that's
job.
one step closer to not dead.
Okay, so you make it down to the water's edge. You Gaius starts passing out his soap,
I wrestle Hannibal into the water. Get in there.
and he wrestles
Fine,
back.
Hannibal, the little coward.
He wrestles. Yes.
The cat fought for us. Gaius, the cat fought for us, and Hannibal ran like a fucking chicken.
Like a rabbit. Did he rabbit it?
Not like a
He rabbited
giant
it.
carnivorous rabbit.
He rabbited it because he's a
Yeah.
He
rabbit.
bunnied out.
Yes. He bunnied out.
I'm not shocked by that at all.
I am gravely disappointed in you, Hannibal.
Wasn't
You
I?
submit to
I
Reed's
wanted
watch.
a mighty rabbit steed.
Duh.
He's getting there.
Hannibal
He's got
kind of
evil.
looks at Nikita as she's talking and just goes,
I'm
And the
covered.
little
in
legs
You
shit.
kick.
Sleep.
Yeah, not much I can do, big guy.
as
I'm
Reed's
also
like
gonna-
trying to kind of waddle it down to the water. He's kicking
Kinda
away.
like
and-
mommy and me swimming.
I'd like to use second wind, get some more hit points as well. Let's see if that.
Sure.
Ew, how do I do second wind?
Going with the theme of the night, I totally pictured Nikita being like, "Oh, I feel better."
That is a negative, sir.
I don't get it. Explain that joke to everybody else.
Please don't.
Second wind. Second wind.
Yeah.
Passing wind. Yes.
Thank you.
Fart!
The Shakespeare would be proud.
Childish!
Anyway, everyone's clean
Oh.
now. We set up a new camp away from poo, and everyone sleeps. In a rotation where Paul won't ambush us with more poo monsters, because he's got a fucking thing about that, apparently.
I
There it is.
imagine
Don't you exhale, Paul. You've chosen the type of creatures
I
you
imagine
grow.
as we're getting cleaned up,
Not me. It's the
Discussion.
magic that's used.
the
Go
discussion
on.
is like, so do you think that was worse than the sewers? Definitely. I don't know.
No.
It was worse for
No.
me. I can say that.
I want to say just
Yeah,
no.
not
Hard
gonna
no.
lie. Like, I'd take another round of speaking with the mass turd over that.
Yeah, at least we could reason with it, as opposed to these walking shitbags.
Well,
Yeah, these
Yeah,
not only had
seriously.
the crap, they had giant bugs coming out of them.
Yeah.
Awful.
Stinging bugs that I think were the ones paralyzing people, because I was sort of paralyzed too, Gaius, but then I fought it off as well. You're
The
welcome.
fucking Candyman poo zombies.
Eldred says, I can verify the bugs were the yeah,
paralytics is the word you're looking for.
what he said. He says, and the flying, flaming poo also wasn't great. It was like napalm.
Stinky
Yeah, Butt Trumpet blew them up.
Yeah, sorry about that, because I ended up blowing us all up.
Blowed them up real good.
That's fine, Butt Trumpet. Don't let them. You did good. I think. I wasn't
They did
technically
very
present
good.
for it
And
mentally,
we're very
but
glad they're not dead. So
But
we're
The
Going
shit
back
was
to the
really
happy
hitting the
dance.
fan, says Eldred, before you did the exact same thing.
Nah.
I don't approve of
But
your
Trevor does a
jokes.
little happy dance reminiscent of the potty trained Elmo doll.
Hey, Eldred gives you the high five.
Oh, I wouldn't
Wash
touch
those
his
hands,
hand.
sir.
They're still
Yeah.
sticky.
So that was
So
my
I-
watch. Who's
Sorry.
next? Butt Trumpet?
Yeah,
recently-
sure.
I feel refreshed through that one in particular.
Okay, so you spend some time in the lake, scrubbing each other's backs, making fart jokes,
Feeding the
telling
horses
each other
and all
to
that.
shut up with the bad humor, and
Someone decided they were Yao King of the Rock.
Watch the
I
horses.
try and clean up
bombs.
Hannibal. Yeah. and then
he's
I try and
having
let
none of
Hannibal
it.
out yeah.
He's having none of it and fights you the whole way.
Well, once I think he's clean enough, I just let him jump out. So
I picture Butt Trumpet on top of one of the stones going, I am king! And Nikita coming up and going, Tag, you're it! And Butt Trumpet just goes,
No, honestly, it would be like one long arching of me falling and then a small little drip into the pond. Exactly.
Okay, someone roll me a 20-sider, please.
Let's start the night off right. I will.
Sounds
Let this
good.
party start. Hey!
Woo!
Hopefully that's a good number.
18
might be
monsters
good.
come to attack you.
You move your camp maybe to the other side of the road and down a little further. And then definitely
Upwind.
upwind from your other camp. You're in a place, the smell is replaced by the smell of freshly that kind of smell of fresh vegetation. That's kind of bright and green and just faintly on the wind because you're a little closer to the fields now. And you make it through the night without any issue. What's the plan now, friends?
Do we get the effects of a rest or no?
You do. It just has to be. You're going to have to sleep a little longer.
We do that. I think we've earned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not rushing to save anyone. Wait, we're not rushing to save anyone, right? I just need to double check.
Please.
I was blacked out for a
The
minute.
kids
Yeah.
in the sewers? Still?
Oh,
Oh,
son of
shit. That's right.
Still?
oh God! There was that premonition I had about the whole city being taken over. Oh,
Ah, that? Still?
I'm still sleeping. You know what? I'm still sleeping in. I'm still
Yeah.
sleeping.
Wait,
This is that.
Eldred's like, excuse me?
Yeah, I'm putting on a
What?
mud mask and some cucumbers and some curlers in my little
Yo, be
tuck
careful.
here.
That's mud. Butt trumpet. That you smear.
I made sure. It is.
Okay. Just saying.
Excellent.
Make that mistake once.
And
Are we
only
able-
once.
Eldred, are you able to
Poo me
identify
once,
things-
shame on me. Poo me twice. Sorry.
Shame on
Still.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poo
Yeah.
on everybody.
Eldred, are you able to do the identifying now, like while we travel back to Seven Rivers, or is that going to take a sitting down in environment?
I don't think I could do it on the horse.
Duh.
But like maybe I could do a 1 or 2 a night before we go to sleep.
think
And
that
Sounds good.
you know, if we
Yeah.
stop in an inn or something, I could probably spend some time and get a bunch taken care of.
Yay!
Ooh,
This sounds
I
good.
can't wait till we get to an inn. Yeah.
Yes.
As long as they don't serve
An inn
stone.
would be very good. We do. Do we still have food left over from our?
A little bit, yeah.
I can make more if we need it.
We know.
Elder goes,
Why
joy.
does no one sound enthusiastic about it?
Well, it's
Good
like,
for you.
know, if we have
What?
like,
It's not the food we were given
That's
by other people.
the food we made along the way? What? I don't understand.
Exactly. Literally.
We were
Yes.
gifted. We were gifted goodie bags.
Duh.
yes,
Yeah, everyone was given bags that were shaped like little swans of foil.
It's just the shit from like 4 weeks ago when the party took place.
it was. Yeah, it was literally.
Yeah,
the-
but
the
it's
left-
really it's wrapped really nice.
Oh, thank God. Is it wrapped real nice? Because I'm sure that won't stop the fucking. Anyway, ignore me.
Okay,
Just
so
more reason to get to an inn quickly.
no problem.
Duh.
So you have your horses. Tell me how you're traveling. Are you side by side? Is someone in the front? Who's riding with who?
We should probably
Is
go
it-
horses. side by
So
side.
we have 2 horses. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So I guess
I was on one of them before.
With Reed and Eldred, and then it
Yeah.
was Gaius and I on another.
we'll
Yep,
just do it
that's
like
what
that
happened.
then again.
And
And
Nikita,
side
you're
by
holding
side, do you
Hannibal,
think,
right?
or single file?
I don't
we
know.
could fit
Do
side by
people
side,
feel
go
like
side by side.
chatting? I don't know. Do we feel like
If we
bullshit?
could
Yeah,
fit
sure,
side by
fine,
side,
yeah.
go side by side.
Ride side by side. We're chatting.
We're
it
always
up.
bullshitting.
Yeah, we're nonstop. Can't help ourselves. It's like we have a problem.
And
Okay.
Nikita, you got Hannibal, right, Nikita?
Sure.
He can be ridden
so I've
now,
got him
right?
around my neck, and every now and then I'm like, "You could have done something."
Every now and then he kind of kicks and hits you. And kind of like readjusts and
Oh no, a rabbit hit me.
The wrong kid died. Now then, how long
Someone-
are we traveling for?
who is in the back of the 2 horses? Like who's in the front, who's in the back?
I
Okay.
Gaius would be riding in the front.
Hannibal,
I think.
Gaius, yeah. Butt
Yeah,
trumpet,
Smalls are in the front.
Reed, Eldred.
Okay, so Eldred's the rear of the one. Who's in the back of the other one?
Gaius.
Gaius.
Gaius, roll me a perception check, please.
Perceive.
Okay.
So I perceived.
So, Gaius, as you've been riding along in the morning, actually it's late morning, you periodically hear or think you hear stuff behind you, and you're just kind of checking around you as you go. Every so often, it's just for like a split second, you think you see something in the distance behind you, and it's like you catch it, but then it seems to move, whether it's behind a tree or behind a hill. You don't get a good look at it because it is pretty far back, but you're not 100% sure that something's not behind you. This happens about 2 times, maybe an hour or 2 apart, and then it doesn't seem to happen for a while. And then later in the day, as you go along, it like happens again. You think, you look back, something's coming over a hill, but moves behind a tree or some obstruction. So you travel to the end of the first day, and it's a nice day. It's going along smoothly, and
How clean are we?
After our lovely group sauna.
yeah, I mean, you're as
Bad.
clean as you could be washing in a lake.
With lye.
We don't smell like crap though, right?
Depends, how you took to riding all day there, Reed. I think you're fine.
Little mossy.
I ask Eldred if he could do that cleaning spell on me.
Press
Press
Sure.
detergent.
And he does so. The rest of you look over, and Reed has a big kind of cone mohawk of suds and seems to just have like little bits of soap scum all over his face.
Cleanest he's ever
feel
been, I
good.
think.
Ironically, yes. It took us going to the woods and being attacked by shit monsters for him to be clean. Mostly because the grime he keeps just leaving behind, it doesn't collect like in his room.
I feel wonderful. Thank you.
This is what matters. This is
I'm
good to
happy
know,
for
Reed.
you.
Okay, so someone roll me a 20-sider here.
I'll do it.
Who wants to ruin the day?
I will.
Hey, as we're riding along here, guys, just so you're aware,
Perfect.
I don't know if someone's behind us on the road or not. Just an FYI to keep your eyes open.
This is.
Ew.
You don't think the blue cat would still try to hang with us, do you?
I
We almost blew the
might,
poor
I
thing
don't
up.
know. I mean, we're cool. We're real cool,
We
We
are.
like spending time
I hope
with
it
us.
comes up.
Who wouldn't, right?
Yeah, this is true.
That's why
Very
we need to stay
useful
clean.
animal to have.
Very.
Us or the cat?
The cat.
It's very brave.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, same watches?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
What were they?
Well, Gaius was first, so Gaius, roll me a 20-sider.
Gaius, if you
Alright.
didn't, you should have benefited from a long rest.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Ooh, lucky number 7.
On the horizon, back the way you came, there's a moment where you think, is that like a post, or is that a small tree like on the horizon there? And then you're like, let me check myself. Maybe I can do something maybe if I cast a spell to give myself a better, vision or something. And you look up and it's gone.
Hey, guys, I don't know if I'm seeing stuff or not, but like I said, I think something or someone might be following us. Or I'm just... Oh, that's right, I'm on watch. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Sorry for me yelling.
From somewhere at the campsite in the darkness, you hear, shh.
So, you know that travels and is louder than actual talking, right?
Yeah.
What's going on
Anyway.
there? What?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is all a dream. It's all a dream. Ooh.
Who's next?
Reed?
Read.
Reed?
Yep.
Reed, roll me a 20-sider, please.
A 20-sider. Here we go. 6.
Okay.
That's not very high.
No,
Yes.
it is not.
It's not a 7.
That's what you want, right?
The lucky number 8.
You're sitting there in the dark, You hear some people breathing and snoring. You hear Nikita snoring pretty loudly, like usual. Every now and then, you hear like a bloop from the lake in the distance. But
Fish. Fish are
there's,
tasty.
as you're thinking about some freshly fried fish, you hear the skittering of some stones in the distance, like from the way you came.
Is it pretty clear in that direction? Like I could see a decent
It's
distance
dark.
or no?
It's dark and there's not really a moon out. It's a pretty overcast night, as a matter of fact.
Keep an eye in that direction, see if I can spot any movement.
Okay.
How
Okay,
far do
who-
I think that sound away was far away?
It could have been anywhere from 30 foot onward,
It's kind of
50 feet,
All right.
60 feet, maybe even more. You're not 100% sure. Who's next? Okay.
I tell
Nikita?
Nikita that I feel like I heard something move not too far away in that direction, and I point back down the road, but I didn't see anything, and I haven't heard it
Okay.
since. It's been a little while. So.
All right. Because last time I didn't hear anything coming with the scarecrows. I just smelled them coming, and I thought somebody had gas. So
Oh,
I will
smell
I will
gross.
watch that direction.
did Eldred put up his alarm spell thing? I never asked him.
Nah, probably not. We usually have to remind them.
Yeah. Okay.
Hannibal, shut up.
You will hear a high pitched.
Exactly. All right. Am I
wow.
rolling to see what lucky number I get?
Yes, please.
I hope it's a
Should
9.
I go back to sleep with my armor on?
Yes, you are safe to go back to sleep for now. I'll kick you again if it's not,
All right. Okay.
because that's what I did last time.
Nikita, you go through your watch. It's just dead silent and dark and nothing.
So it's butt trumpet now.
Yep.
I also pass on the information. Reed thought he heard something down the road. I didn't hear or see shit for once. Hey! But yeah,
Yay!
it's been quiet. Keep your eyes out. Do you have the alarm spell, or is that just Eldred?
I think that's just Eldred.
Okay. We got to do better with reminding him, I think. Or remembering ourselves. Okay, I go to bed.
You go to bed. All right. D20?
Yes, please.
Why?
7, 6, 5. It's like a countdown.
What if I just don't roll for anything? Ever.
Yeah.
It's okay. Eldred's rolling next.
Oh boy.
You sit there. You're kind of just sitting there, keeping watch. You hear a couple bloops out in the lake. The clouds in the sky are kind of making an interesting pattern of like overcast. In the distance, at one point, you think you hear thunder, but you're not 100% sure. Kind of midway through your watch, you hear rustling through the undergrowth, back kind of from the way you came. And then it just stops. It's kind of like if something was going along and then got caught up in the undergrowth and then realized it got caught up and just kind of stood still.
Then when
And
it is
pretty
Eldred's
much-
turn, I will relay that to him.
Okay, pretty much the rest of your watch, like about a half hour goes by after that, and you think you hear a little bit of crackling and wood snap, but you're not 100% sure, and then like everything's quiet again.
Yep, I'm relaying all of that to Eldred.
Okay. He goes, oh, great. All right.
Yeah. Oh, might want to set the alarm spell.
Well, that's a good idea.
Okay, bye.
And you all go and eventually wake up and have the effects of a full night's rest.
Woo!
I didn't die in my sleep yet. Damn it.
Give us time. Give us
Steal
time.
it from me again, Marcus. I'm going to die in my sleep.
Damn, dark.
You've woken
I
up.
wrote it.
Voting.
Thank you, Captain
I wonder-
Optimism, the cleric.
Yes, you're welcome. I'm here to put it as it is, not how you want it to be.
How it is.
As we're
and
packing up, as we're packing up to go, I want to head back down the way we came a little bit and see if I could spot anything that looks like, somebody was like sitting in the underbrush all night or anything like that.
Okay.
Look around.
Roll me a survival check.
I am not bad.
Hey,
A lot of dew on the ground, and there's like bits of grass and underbrush that's kind of pushed down, but it's not in the shape of like a person or anything. It's just like huge kind of waves of stuff that's just kind of resting over, like from the weight of the dew. You don't really see anything. I mean, you see a bunch of things that go, could that be something? But you really have no clue because you don't know what you're looking for, really.
so
Are we still
I come
close
back.
to a water source? Sorry.
Yep, the lake is to your right, just down the hill.
I will bring some
Sometimes it's a
water
little
up to the
farther
horses.
away than others. Sometimes it's closer.
I will bring some water up to the horses. I find I get a really good stretch when I'm like washing their tummies.
Okay. They really appreciate that. Every now and then you have to dodge a hoof, but you know it's not
Yeah.
malicious.
Yeah. Tickles,
It's
tickles.
intentional, though.
I check my pack.
Since you're checking the pack itself, you do give me an investigation check, please. Or you could just use the dice calculator. There we go. Your pack looks great. You don't notice anything.
All my stuff's here.
Okay,
It's a
good.
weird way of putting it.
Well, I mean, I don't know when my rope went missing. That's a little odd. And I heard something behind us. I just hope there isn't like a thief following us.
Yeah, it's gonna. You know what? I'll look in my pack with Bacchus's help. I've cast guidance upon myself. Is this an investigation?
Yes, please.
Roll a d20 with a d4.
There it is.
Oh wait,
Oh.
take
And
the
there's number
first
2.
one.
And
I'm
there's
so
number 3.
sorry.
There's number 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so the very first one was 22, which I'll take that one, please.
Let the good times roll.
Guys investigates the shit out of his pack.
Just
Every
fucking
item.
Pumps it out, turns it
Turns
inside
that
out.
bitch inside out. Jinx.
On with that investigation rolls, you notice that well, first of all, you realize, well, wait a minute, my wineskin
Powder.
was not actually in the pack. You do notice that with the pack, the straps that secure the pack are fine, but the one side looks like it's pulled really tight, and there's a lot of slack in the loop of that bit of rope that causes the other side to be a little looser. That with that roll, you would know that would happen from one of a couple things. If you had been going through heavy underbrush, and maybe a rope, a
on
branch
something.
had gotten caught and like pulled it as you tried to get through there, or somebody had taken the side of the flap and was trying to pull it open. That's another way that could have happened.
All right. I happen to relay that to the rest of the companions. Like, hey, it looked like someone tried to jimmy my pack open. So when I looked in their pull, there was nothing that looked amiss, though.
No, nothing else. No,
Okay.
but you realize that it's kind of been like that for a while. You just haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah, I relay that to the rest of the party. I'm like, hey, guys, maybe take a look. Or I'm thinking, that girl we saved, we might have
Veronica.
also pilfered some stuff from us. She apparently has a problem.
Very possible. I would like to investigate specifically the bag of gems and the bag of gold we got.
Give me a roll.
And may I use the inspiration you gave me at the end of last week?
You absolutely can.
All right, is that 1d4?
And give her an inspiration for remembering her inspiration.
I'm going to give you advantage.
With inspiration.
Well, as
Oh,
the
so
inspiration,
that's-
I'm giving you advantage instead of a
That's what-
D4.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
As Nikita
20.
breaks out the
Woo!
as
Yes.
Nikita breaks out the bags and starts looking through them, Reed appears over her shoulder. It's just like,
You're counting, not touching.
You spend some time with it, and you notice everything is there as it was. Everything is exactly the way you left it. The same amounts. Nothing has changed.
Excellent. Very good. Spasiba, Reed. Spasiba, Reed.
keep them safe.
Struck it out. You all right?
Anybody roll me a 20, please.
I'm due for a good one.
I already rolled a bunch.
I got one more bad one in me. I'll make it count.
Please no.
Number 7.
7 again.
Okay.
We roll enough 7s tonight. We unlock some special events or something.
That's right.
A doorway opens to a different world.
What we're going to do with that roll is say that you've traveled for 2 days. Things are uneventful. And as you're coming to the end of the day, it's starting to get a little dark. It's about the time that you would normally make for camp. You, up ahead, you see a very rustic wooden wall, like off to the left down as the road breaks and splits. One continues along the same path you've been going, and the other kind of branches off to the north. And a little bit like in the distance, you see basically a tall wooden wall.
Do you mean like Walking Dead?
I was
Could
hoping
you
Stoat's Hole.
Like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of
is
those
it-
gigantic fencing wooden walls when you say that, like it protects a community?
Yes.
Okay.
And
we-
Nikita
do we recognize that as
recognized it
Stoat's Hole?
as Stoat's Hole, yes.
Okay. The whole of the Stoats is back.
They had
Shit,
bats.
they have
and-
an inn, but do we still have food, or are we gonna eat?
I'm not eating.
You know,
stuff.
let's go eat
I'll
there.
just eat something.
You've been
I'm
you've
almost
been
certain
having
they serve something else there.
you've been having Gaius's paste.
Let's
Priest
go
paste.
check on Stoat's Hole and not eat Stoat.
Guys, give me a quick perception check, or unless you want me to do it, so that we don't roll 30 of them.
I'll try once.
Okay.
Try once. See if it registers.
Yep.
Hey,
15.
Yes, sir.
You periodically, the ground is a little more, you notice little mounds of earth here and there with holes in them. There's a lot less
Is it lumpy?
vegetation. It's lumpy. It's lumpy. There's little bits everywhere. And sometimes going between these little lumps, you see these little small little long furry things kind of make a dash and go between them and then dive into the hole.
Delightful. Stoats. My fave.
Reed, I don't think we
Definitely
need
remember.
any more pets. Please do not pick one up.
okay. If you say so. What if they're friendly though and they
almost
come to
certain.
me?
How
That
bad are you going
works,
to
but I
feel
think
when your
Hannibal
rabbit
will
eats
eat
it?
Hannibal is a
Just
jealous
ask.
rabbit.
So what do? Do you head up to the wall, or what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right? Anyone got any reason not to? Yeah.
There's like a gate, right?
Well, you knock.
Well, we helped fix it the last time. One
Yeah,
side
we did do
anyway.
that.
Should be a gate or some fucking thing. What did I say?
Man, we're awesome. Some fucking
we
whatever.
fix walls and stuff.
Hey, remember us? We were
Vocabulary.
the carpenters who came through earlier. I mean,
That's right.
heroes.
And we
For the
ate your
heroic
stove.
carpenters.
You may
Yeah.
remember our friend Karen here.
Anyone else
Okay.
not get that?
What? Yeah, I didn't get that. Oh, Karen
It's-
Carpenter.
Okay, so you get up to the gate. What do you do?
Is it open or
there-
closed?
It's closed at the moment.
Probably
Knock.
like,
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Anybody
You,
home?
You see an old man, probably in his 70s or older, kind of peek ahead over the top, going, "Yeah,
let us in.
Travelers looking for rest,
Hi.
and
oh,
not the stoat stew.
we wouldn't let that in because we've got plenty of that in here.
Yeah,
But
I'm
hold
aware.
on, I'll let you in. You don't have anybody else with you, right? It's just the you two groups.
Yes, us. Yes, us on the two horses here.
Okie dokie.
Mhm.
You hear like
Okie dokie.
very slow descent on a ladder of the creaking wood and everything. You hear a
Bone.
bunch of like twisting wood and rope and the moving of some boards, and you see kind of the door kind of vibrate a little bit, and from the other side you hear, "Could you give it a push?"
Yeah,
Nikita
sure.
will push.
Just
And you push the gate in, and opens up, and the old man's breathing a little heavily and says, "Thanks. Gets heavier every day."
Aw.
Would you like
How
us to
come-
close it for you as well?
That would be awfully kind, ma'am. I would greatly appreciate that. That's
Nikita was about to mimic his accent and went, "Don't do that. Humans don't like that."
Hey,
Not a problem. Siva.
is there
Are you
like
having-
danger?
Sorry.
Yeah.
bandit
why is the gate
problems,
closed?
Are the stoats revolting?
it depends if it's your cup of tea. I've had a couple people say that. I kind of like the stuff myself.
Interesting, but no danger, no bandits.
poor bastard.
There's
He's obviously insane.
there's
Yes.
Mabel, they're on to us. They're bandits. You gotta watch out for bandits, mostly to the north. But yeah, we get bandits down here. It's some of the animals, other than the stoats, though. The stoats take care of some of the smaller animals. But there's other things. You'll hear some weird howls and growls in the middle of the night. Sometimes
do you-
it's just my stomach, but like if you're on top of the wall, it sounds like it's coming from far away on occasion.
Interesting. Any ideas?
I've had some theories. They usually involve an ex-wife of mine from years back, but I don't think she would have stayed around here, actually.
All right then. We are going to your inn.
Okay. Yeah, she. There was a sailor that she met, and well,
Well, hopefully it worked out for you better this way.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I finally can wash my own clothes the way I like it, and they don't always have all that starch in them, and makes me walk funny. So I've been a lot more comfortable, a lot less chafing ever since she left. But thank you for asking.
That is a fair amount of information. Spasiba.
I'll be by the inn later. I can give you plenty more. I'll-
Appreciate
Don't
it.
get too many people asking, so it's nice to have the company.
My mistake. Don't worry.
You sure?
Yep. Nikita is shuffling quickly backwards.
Thanks for getting the door for me. I appreciate the gate. And
No problem.
you find yourself in a familiar, kind of dull and drab little village hamlet that's not even maybe big enough to be called either of those.
I didn't think I'd be
And,
so happy to be somewhere that didn't
Right?
like have any excitement.
And up ahead, you see a familiar inn.
Yay.
I hope they have fresh fruit.
I hope that you don't mind that we're back.
Yeah. I hope they have space for the horses. Did they charge us last time? I can't remember.
They did. It was a reasonable rate, though.
Okay.
Reasonable-ish.
And we all have money now.
We do all
Yeah.
have money now. And I'm real thankful of that.
The bank Ogaius.
Well, don't worry.
So
The loan
then
paperwork is
take the
being
douchey
processed now.
bank.
Yeah.
So you move up towards the inn. You see there's a number of horses tied out front. You recognize the sign hanging over, which just says "The Hole."
Yes.
You see the light coming from within.
There's a light.
Over at the Stokes Hole place.
Thank you. The innkeeper up in the window. The darkness
Exactly.
does flow. Anyway,
High notes.
You walk in. The innkeeper looks at you and goes, "You're wet."
yes, it's raining. Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah, you make your way up there, and you notice that the inn is rather busy.
Woo. With whom? Any interesting clientele?
I don't remember. Did they have baths here? That would be awesome.
I don't think so. I think this is where they sent us to wash with the horses.
Oh yeah, didn't we get
Oh.
hosed down or something?
Something like that. I could be wrong. We can always ask. Maybe they've upgraded.
So you go in there and you see it's pretty crowded. There appear to be a number of locals sitting at the bar and at a table to the right. Also at the bar seems to be some kind of rough-looking individuals. To the far right, there's a table that looks like they don't look like locals. They don't look like your general travelers. They're pretty well armed. And they're not well kept, and they're not real friendly looking, and they're just kind of all talking amongst themselves, kind of constantly looking around. Someone give me a perception check, please.
What the hell?
I
I'll
will
try.
attempt to do it. Oh,
Oh, nope. Nope, guys is way more perceptive.
Oh, there's something.
Ooh.
so 16.
Okay.
Oh, that is a very pretty die.
Da.
Ooh.
Oh, golden.
Right about here, you notice from the last time you were here, the rather large figure that was part of the table that the dwarf and another member of them came over when you were arm wrestling. This one just stayed at the table. He was a rather large man, big beard, big bushy hair, kind of dressed in canvas and leather sort of stuff, looking kind of rough with a big shield on his back, you can see. He's sitting alone at that table, but you recognize him from the last time you were here. Not recognizing too many other people, but you're standing there inside the door. A couple people look around, look up, go back to what they were doing. The group over here seems to have taken notice of you and just continue to kind of keep an eye on you.
Should we get a table?
Oh, yes. Let's get a table. I guess whoever goes up order drinks, see if they have rooms available. Whose turn is it to go up? I'm taking the pleasure of not having to do it this time. So, please, someone else volunteer.
I mean, I could.
Eldred pats you on the back and goes, "Go ahead, Reed. You got this. We're all behind you."
I'm
I
coming
look at
with you.
Nikita. Okay. All right.
You can do most of the talking unless you say something wrong.
That narrows it down.
I'm just getting rooms. I mean, how bad could it be?
As you walk away from behind you, you hear a voice go, "This ought to be good, huh?"
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Hannibal.
Shush.
Don't be a
let it
dick,
happen.
Hannibal.
Exactly.
Are we getting 3 rooms? Is that right? if we can.
Da, 3 rooms.
Did you bring the gold?
Da, shh, don't mention. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Daya.
Walk up to the bar.
Josh.
Okay.
Is the bar over my head?
Yep.
I pick Reed up. Is there a chair I can place him on?
Or
Sure.
are his legs just dangling there?
And you see the barkeep you recognize as an old man kind of lean over and goes, "How you do? What can I do for you little people?"
We need some rooms for tonight.
Okay, well, hold on a second. I'll see what we have. Want anything to drink or eat?
Yes.
What food
Yes.
do you have?
That's an interesting accent you have there, little lady.
Traveling
we-
makes me weird.
It's
Makes you
dwarven.
weird.
Weirder.
Ah. Wow. Okay. Well, you come to the right place, I'm sure. We've got a Plowman's, which is little choices of cheese and some bits of meat and some whatever we have in the back there. We can make you a cheese sandwich, and we can put it on the grill for you to heat it up and toast it for you. And as always, we always have our stew, which is quite popular.
The plowman's lunch, is that meat also stoked or otherwise?
I'll have to check, but yeah, it very often is.
We will take a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
Yes.
By
Do a piece.
I'm not sure of that line of measurement. How much is in a lot?
My apologies. There are 5 of us, so 10, please.
Absolutely.
my
I'll
math
get those
right.
working for you. And
the bread
anything
really
to
fresh?
drink with those?
Yes.
What do you have? Was there an ale we liked? I don't.
We've got the Farmer's Glory, which is a Forest Grove ale.
Okay. We will do a round of those. Specific.
Okay. 5 of those as well.
Also-
You got it.
The horses. We have 2 horses.
Oh, they're having
Yeah.
ale too?
Nope. Well, maybe. I haven't asked them. But do you have room for me to put them up tonight? In your
Absolutely.
barn? Excellent.
Well, we don't have
How
a
much is
barn,
that?
but we have a we have a fenced in area with a lot of our other livestock.
Perfect. Perfect.
Keeps them from running away or being, pilfered.
Perfect. Shall we just lead the horses back there then?
Oh, I can get it. Where are they at the moment?
Right out front.
Okay.
We'll tie that back.
I'll send our boy out there, and he'll take charge of them. The rooms for tonight, or multiple nights, or by the hour. What do you want?
By the
Nikita's
hour.
head twitches just the slightest bit. Tonight. Just tonight. Spasiba.
Okay. So we can provide 4 rooms. One of you is going to have to share. I've got 4 rooms available if you want.
That
They'd-
is perfect.
Well, we
Da,
only need-
well,
We only
da.
need 3.
We can do 3. We are used to
Oh,
doubling
3. You
up.
got it. That's 3 gold a night and a silver for each of the horses.
You got it. Sure thing.
He leans through the door in the back there and says something, and you see a boy come out and go out through the front door.
All right. Spasiba. And what was your name? I apologize.
Oh, everyone around here just calls me Old Smitty.
Old Smithy. Spasiba. We appreciate it.
That's a great
We
name.
will go sit down now. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. My mother named me, actually.
Did she name you Old?
Oh, God. Even I
Yeah,
wasn't
it-
going to ask.
It's a common innkeeper name, actually.
It's short for Olaf.
like handed
It's just the
down.
OL.
I'm actually Old Smitty Jr.
Only junior, not the third. Or
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're going
You
to sit
bet.
down now.
Please
Looking forward
do.
to those cheese sandwiches.
I love my job, he says. You hear him as he goes about trying to get things together.
Don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, you have your pick of a certain number of tables.
One that's large enough for
Um,
all of us. What's that over in the corner? That one square
The
table?
long one you're looking at?
Yeah, the long table. Yeah, let's go to that one.
Let's go to that one.
The Knights of the Long Table.
And,
Yes.
Better than the
Nikita
Knights of the
will
Wrong
sit-
Table.
with her back to the wall, kind of corner. Nikita would like to keep an eye on a big hairy dude in the one corner and the well-armed group on the other side. So just kind of checking them out.
Nikita, give me a perception check, please.
Yep, it's a big hairy dude.
That's a lot of hair.
That's right.
It's a
That's
real hairy
right.
dude.
Just rewatched that last night.
Big hairy dudes? But
So that's a lot of hair tangled.
oh, gotcha. I went in a totally different direction. Old Smitty brings around ales for everybody. You recognize this. You've had this before. A little bit later, the food comes, and Nikita, you notice a figure who's cloaked in a dark green cloak come in and sit next to the big hairy dude in the corner there. You observe them for a while, and the big hairy dude leans down away from you, like between the table and the wall, and puts two big sacks on the table. They nod to each other. The cloaked figure grabs both of them, gets up, and leaves.
Could be anything, suspicious or otherwise.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah, 10?
Looks a little suspicious to you.
Shit,
All right,
really
may
do
I
that.
as well do an insight check?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Even better.
You figure that guy's just doing the other one's laundry.
We can keep an eye on it, but it's probably just dirty clothing or something. Wearing that weird dark green cloak.
This ale is so good.
Ah, this is very good ale. And the food, the cheese. Oh, to have cheese again.
It's
Yes.
the cheese is not the best cheese you've ever had, and it doesn't get real melty. It kind of just gets a little oily. It's like the difference between melting mozzarella and Swiss cheese. You know, Swiss
Right.
cheese melts a certain bit, but it's more of it seems to express oils more so than get stretchy and melty. That seems to be with this particular cheese, and it's a pretty fragrant cheese, and it's a pretty strong cheese, and it's not a super smooth, stretchy cheese by any means.
Excellent.
Still good. Still good.
Very good. So good.
Oh, full of.
Mm.
Yeah, so good.
So, besides eating and drinking, is there anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
Gaius, do you
Well,
need a
yes.
new wineskin?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll see. They have a general store around here, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, across
No.
the road.
I'll stop by in the morning.
Hey, if
Eldridge,
we-
do you want to try? Yeah, go ahead, bud.
If we get a whole bunch of wineskins, can you fill all of them all the time?
I mean, you can just buy them from the proprietor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
we have more than one. Yeah. No, it's.
yeah.
I've actually had more than one, but they've kind of have suffered through our trials and tribulations, and like flash cut to like one getting like an arrow stuck in, and he's like, ah, another one that just got lit on fire. Like all the different wineskins that have just slowly been destroyed through the
One just
campaign.
covered in sewer muck that you're just
Yeah.
like,
The
nope.
sewer one where he just takes it and just like puts it out and then pushes it into the lake, and when it gets far enough, fires off a flaming arrow into it. to ignite it.
There was the
Like
other
a
one in
Viking
the
funeral.
sewer that just seemed to disintegrate before his very eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like,
Eldred
there's been a
says-
lot of wineskins. I just happen to have now gone through them all, weirdly enough.
Eldred finishes his sandwich and goes, "Well, it's better than paste." Turns to you, Nikita, and says, "Can I have my key?"
Of course. Did I get keys?
When the guy brought over the sandwiches, he brought over
Okay.
3 keys that have numbers on them. And
Right. We have 3
Eld-
rooms. Go ahead. Here you go.
Eldred takes one, tosses down a gold, and says, "This is to pay for my room." And he
Oh,
goes,
yeah,
"If-
you know what? I take a piece out and I do the same.
That means Gaius and Reed and Nikita are all sharing a room."
Oh, wait, no, I just meant to, like, reimburse her for paying up front. That's all I meant.
I was just gonna say, do you want me to bunk with Eldred or Gaius? Or
Eldred goes, "I need my sleep, thanks there, little friend, but
I'm very
I
tired.
don't want to. Your bunny's getting a little too big, and you're going to have to keep him. I just
Gaius
it's-
and Reed together again.
But Trumpet and Nikita together again.
Bunk buddies!
Whatever.
Who was allergic to Hannibal?
Nikita was.
The one carrying it.
Yeah.
The rash on her neck. He's just putting up.
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
you know what? That's a very good point, Nikita. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh jeez. Oh, God.
Thanks, everybody.
Not my
Sorry.
fault.
At least I get a +3.
Nikita's been wheezing quite a bit tonight. And you do notice like a rash going up her neck, like up the sides of her cheeks and stuff. Her eyes and nose are a little swollen.
I don't suppose there are any wine salves that would help this?
I mean, you can drink until you don't notice it anymore.
Ooh.
That is what
I
they
mean,
usually
yes.
do.
I mean, there are things that I could do for an allergic reaction. Yes, there are salves, and I joke, but yes. One, Nikita, stop holding the damn rabbit, for starters. Reed, start bathing it more frequently, because most likely it's the dander that's doing it. If you want to have a
I'll
pet,
try.
you got to be responsible for it.
I'll try,
Eldred
but
says
it
that
doesn't
means
like the
feeding
water.
it too. Maybe it'll
I don't
stop
think he's-
eating the people we have arguments with if you start feeding it on your own.
Nikita checks out if anyone heard Eldred say that.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Yeah, bread for my bread gun!
Yes.
Nikita, you're good. You don't think anyone heard.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. It just might
I
be
take
really
the last
funny.
bit. I take the
Hmm?
last bit of my my second sandwich and I pass it under the table to Hannibal.
You feel a little bit of a yank and then like a little pinch on your finger, like as he was eating it. He kind of got a little bit of your finger as well. And then shortly And then shortly thereafter, you feel a licking on that very same finger.
Feed me, Seymour.
So Eldred
much.
takes his key and goes, "I'll be in my room. I'm not going to sleep right yet, so if someone wants to have me do anything,
That
Nikita,
identified thing. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Do you want him to identify? Nikita definitely tries to drop her voice low. Gaius, is there anything you would like him to identify? Otherwise,
Off the top of my head, not at the moment. There are definitely some things in my possession that will need to, but if somebody has something more of a priority, please be my guest.
Eldred says, "I'll tell you what, Nikita, being that you're holding the most of both things I'll need, why don't you walk up with me to the room, and we'll have a discussion in the room about it."
this sounds like a good plan, Eldred.
Okay.
I will follow you up. Okay.
So the two of you walk by the tables and everything and go upstairs. You get a couple weird glances as you walk by the two of you.
That's right. He's all mine.
Go get him, Tiger.
One of the locals at the bar. One of the locals at the bar, kind of losing his hair and missing a whole bunch of teeth, looks and go, "Way to go, partner!" Eldred just kind of looks at him like he's totally oblivious, like, "What?"
Yeah. Huh? What?
I thought he was going to say something messed up, but he's in fact encouraging. All right, yeah. It's no toll.
So you get up to the room and he says, "Yeah, I didn't want to talk about this in front of, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just didn't look like the best company to be talking. But being that you have the gems and you have quite a few of the items, he says, what are the 5 top priorities that you want me to do?
Don't know that they'd be priorities, but
What are the top 5 you'd like me to do? That you have.
That I have. I will hand him the bag of gems, worth 500 gold. There is the box with the 4-leaf clover. This is probably a good one, I'm hoping, so might be good to check it out.
Okay. He says 500 gold worth of gems.
That was the amount, wasn't it?
Okay. 4-leaf clover.
There's
Tell you
another
what,
box
you
with-
think about it. I'll go back downstairs, and we'll go to Gaius, Reed, and Butt Trumpet.
Okay.
While you're sitting there, you're eating your sandwiches and drinking your ale, and just kind of looking at each other. You discussing anything in particular?
Well,
How much farther from 7 Rivers are we?
we're
You remember it's
still
probably about
like,
yeah, it's still a few days.
Okay.
we're about 1/3 of the way there, give or take. Maybe a quarter of the
Was-
way.
I was gonna say, wasn't it over a week? Just total from 7 Rivers.
I was thinking, yeah.
Depends on how lucky we get with the weather, rolls.
Gaius,
That
give
would
me a
take longer.
survival check, please.
We're gonna get more dice.
No, there you go.
There it is.
Okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Gaius, you with that roll, that's a good, an amazing roll, as a matter of fact.
No,
Um,
that's me.
and an incredibly modest roll
Humble.
at that.
Yes, humble,
So-
honest, all those things.
Let's not forget delusional. But anyway,
What?
you
Who said that?
You heard it just
Shut
come
up,
from
Gibble.
upstairs, possibly.
You think you're better than me? I'll come up there.
The roll game master.
You hear Eldred go, "Yeah." No, you with a roll that good, you realize that you've been making really good time with these 2 horses. They're pretty decent horses, and they've been actually making a lot better time than you did on the way in to Forest Grove. That might be the horses. It might be that the weather's been pretty clear and dry. It might be that you haven't come across anything really since the scarecrows. It might also be that you know your way. You kind of now are a little bit familiar with this as you've traveled this once before. But you figure in reality, you're probably about halfway back, or just under
there, yes.
halfway back. You might be a little bit less than halfway back.
I might have been pessimistic before, but it's like we're doing good. We got good horses. By the way, did we ever learn the name of the horses? Anyone?
Nope.
Oh, I get to name them.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I think I'll name them. 1 and
Punch and
maybe
juice.
A.
1 and 1A.
1 and 1A.
Horse
Three
1
does
and
not-
horse 2.
Yes. No.
Does not
I'll have to
inspire
think
one.
about it. This is not. Yeah. I'll wait for it to be inspired.
The possibilities are endless.
As you're
Yeah,
all
they're
thinking
so-
about being inspired about your horses, we'll move back upstairs to Eldred and Nikita. Eldred says, "Okay, so I say again, lucky 4-leaf clover. Anything
Right.
else?"
I have this box with these stones that look wet all the time. I have this nest with 3 black eggs.
Weird, but okay.
I haven't been sitting on it. Should I have been sitting on it?
No.
I really don't think I'm in a position to comment on that, he says.
From downstairs. No!
Okay, good. I am so glad he has good hearing.
It was addressed last session, but who has the pumpkin? I seem to think it was Nikita. I think Nikita
It
took
might
it
be.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more, he
Pumpkin.
says.
So does the pumpkin count? And then
It's magic.
it's magic. Got the box with the very, very old gold coin.
Okay.
Did I ever give you my little fun marble that I like to identify? No, of course not. We didn't have gems. I will give you my little marble then, and you will see how
Okay.
much it is, how fun it is to play with.
Okay. That feels kind of funny, he says. Interesting. Very
Good,
smooth.
funny, or bad? Very smooth.
Very smooth. You see him just kind of, as you're talking, he seems like not even aware, just kind of rolling it through his fingers.
Ah, that is what you do with it. Gaius was doing that at night one time.
Huh. Oh, I didn't even realize. He goes, I better put this down. He goes, okay.
But that's pretty much everything I have. But Trumpet has the doll. We didn't let Reed carry anything. And Gaius
Probably smart.
And Gaius, I believe, has the rest.
You didn't give him the pumpkin, right?
I thought I did, yes.
Okay, and
Or
the
my-
pumpkin.
Do
And
I
the
have
pumpkin,
a
yes.
pumpkin right? Am I sitting there? The pumpkin's got another beer in its hand, and we're just sitting there.
It would be in its
Exactly.
vine.
Songs.
It would be in its vine, not its hand. That doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, the vine. Come on, it's the vine is holding the other mug and drinking it as well, or pantomiming. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Don't want to put out its magic flame. But I believe that's everything.
Okay. So you left the jack-o'-lantern with Eldred, and do you go back downstairs, or what do you do?
I will go back downstairs. Da.
You see Nikita come back down. Nikita, give me a perception check, please.
There it is. Hey, not bad.
You
One
are
of the
on
guy,
fire
one of the
today.
older guys at the bar says, "Well, that was quick."
Are there
You know,
are there two Nikitas?
So Nikita comes back, sits down, and goes, "Okay, what'd I miss?"
da. I wink at whoever said that was quick.
Okay.
Just walk
Shortly thereafter, a drink is sent over to you, Nikita.
Ah,
Wow, the people here are so friendly.
shit.
I like scooch over to Nikita in like a buddying way, and
Hi.
like, "Hey, Bunky,
Oh, you've been drinking.
these steins are big."
Da, they are very big steins.
You notice that the drink Nikita has is from the smell of it, you can tell it's a whiskey. It's pretty pungent.
Hey,
Potent.
I
Do
was
you
trying to be a
recognize
good
this whiskey,
Nikita.
Gaius?
What was that, Nikita?
I wanted to know if Gaius recognized the whiskey.
Ooh, that is that dragon's breath. What is that? Just like sticks his finger.
Give me a
in there.
history check there, Gaius.
again. This time we'll do it as
What was it the
Whiskey.
first time?
17.
Okay. You recognize this. You had it the last time you were here in Stoats Hole. They old Smitty calls it Stoats Spit, says they make it there in town.
Oh! Oh! Yep, I recognize it.
That's what I thought.
Mm.
Okay. Does the pumpkin want it?
The pumpkin's up with Eldred
I mean-
now.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
can
right.
you
Oh
not
man,
want
because
it?
the flames in it would have like shot up at the ceiling.
We would have lit the bar on fire.
And you
Are you not
remember
drinking that,
also,
Nikita?
you remember also, guys, that old Smitty said, "It's good for what ails you and taking the rust off your sword and shield."
So is this a pass for you on this? as he's looking you dead in the eye and like slowly trying to drag the glass away from you toward him. But you don't want this, right? That's the vibe I'm getting.
No, I do not actually. I am worried.
Oh,
I was.
you were worried about what? Oh.
A puff of smoke comes out of Gaius's mouth.
And his ears.
Am I a cartoon character? What the hell's going on?
Yep.
Yeah, that would
No,
be just ridiculous in this world. Real life.
I know, right?
Exactly.
So anyway, how's your multicolored bunny doing there, Reed?
I'm kind of hiding
After
and
our
keeping him under
wizard
the
friend
table.
went to bed with our magic pumpkin.
Right.
Keith,
Butt Trumpet, give me a perception check, please.
Nat 20, I suddenly become very aware of my own reality.
Oh,
I'll consider that!
Oh, you're very aware of your own reality, all right.
any
shit.
crumbs are that's been on the table, I'm feeding it all to Hannibal.
Okay.
I will arm wrestle you for the last bit of that sandwich.
Oh my god, not this again!
You wanna
Nikita,
arm
when
wrestle
you
me?
arm wrestle bad things,
Yes.
You're
Can
not
I
gonna
have
hurt
the
me,
last
right?
bit of
Of course. You can just have it.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, just have more cheese. That'll help you with your arm wrestling.
I actually try to shove the sandwich into Butt Trumpet. And then I'll try to signal the bartender for water. Actually, I think Butt Trumpet's done, right? How about we go on up to the room? And so I kind of plop them on my shoulder, head up to the bar. Can I get a water to go to the room, please? Yay! There we go. Uppies.
Nee. Nee. Nee.
And no vomities.
No.
Although Butt Trumpet still is going kind of from having a grilled cheese stuffed down their throat.
Nikita, if they serve those sandwiches with like a bowl of hot tomatoes and cream and broth and garlic and basil, it'd be the bestest combination ever.
You are correct, Butt Trumpet. That sounds delicious. We will have to find some place like that in Seven Rivers that doesn't serve stoat.
I have a horrible
This is
vision of
wonderful.
people baking with stoats because they're like tubey and like using them for icing piping.
Today's episode is brought to you by the new book, Baking with Stoats, written by our very own sorcerer, Butt Trumpet. Baking with Stoats. Everything from cupcakes to casseroles to window cleaner. Baking with Stoats. Out now, available at a tavern near you.
Did anyone hear a voice? I heard a voice
Nope,
again.
just you.
Oh,
I think all Smitty was making a commercial or something.
I think I might need to cut back on the
Stoat
whatever that
steak.
other thing was. No, that's fine. I'm good with that. But
Sorry, it's the Gladiator channel. It's just, it's what the people want to watch, so.
They love
What?
watching the fights.
I will take Butt Trumpet and a big jug of water up to our room.
Okay. So it's just Reed and Gaius now.
And Hannibal.
And then
Yeah.
there
And
were
Hannibal.
two.
Should probably take Hannibal up soon. Were you gonna stay here and drink? Because I'll stay here and drink.
yes, of course I'm staying here to. Are you all right?
Sure, I'm fine.
People asking all these weird questions.
You see Reed just leaning precariously over, continuing to talk to you. I'm fine.
Okay.
What makes you ask?
They're just awkward. It's like half this party's thing.
Half the party is awkward.
Half?
Half the time, yes.
Half the time.
Okay, so the two of
I
you
have-
continue to drink into the night?
Yeah, I have another.
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved to the other side of the table so that nobody comes up behind me.
Just the two of you at the end of the table there. After a while, you notice that the big hairy guy that you recognize in the corner leaves. And then shortly after, the other table of similarly attired people seem to follow out.
Like, looks like they're following him, or
Yeah,
a
actually.
while after? Hey guys,
Yeah.
you think they were all together?
Either that or they're gonna jump and take all this shit.
Should we be like heroes and stuff?
You know what? When you choose to insert yourself into other people's problems, you make them their own. And I don't know if we want to make that our own right now. Because I have been drinking a lot, and I hadn't drank in like 2 whole days before this, so my body is not used to this. I was worried the collective hangover was going to kill me. It didn't, which is weird. But,
Well,
hey, you know what? How about this? If we hear screaming for help, we'll intercede.
yep.
Because they could just be friends, but they're like weird and don't want to sit together. Ooh. Or that could have been like they could have all been bandits. And they could have been working for that dude because they were all attired the same.
Ooh.
And he was getting money collection from someone else and was going to pass that out amongst them later. But they didn't want to be seen sitting together.
Mm.
What is in this cup?
Mm.
I need another one.
How weird
Got
would
it
it
right
be
up.
if they have the gates closed because of bandits, but the bandits are in the inn already?
Yeah. That's generally how it works. It's not like they got like IDs or something that say nefarious on it. I mean, God, that would make it so much easier.
Okay, so Nicholas Nefarious. Yep, that's you. Come on in.
Yeah. I mean, let's be
Steve
honest. that also
Sleaze
wasn't-
Bucket. Yep, that's you. Go on in.
Hey, the Sleaze
Mr.
Buckets are an established family here in Stoats Hole.
Mr.
How
Bad
else would
Guy,
all the stoat
it's
filth
pronounced
be cleaned out?
Baji.
That's it. It's We're a respectable family here.
So Nikita, did
Anyways.
you and Butt Trumpet do anything when you went upstairs? Discuss anything in particular, or
Nope.
Pillow fight.
I made sure to make sure they drank some water and put them to bed, and I'll just sit and watch for a little bit to make sure they don't vomit.
You don't
Or
even want me to
explode
braid
bunnies or
your
something.
hair?
You want to do what to who?
You don't even want me to braid your hair?
Sure, you can braid my hair. It's okay. Nikita leans
I like-
over.
I
It's
get
all
as
like
far
2
as
inches long.
separating. I separate the locks into the pieces that I need, and then I immediately pass out.
okay? Nikita, you're telling Butt Trumpet a little bit of your life story because this is it just seems right. And you're going into this long, in-depth story until you realize that your hair hasn't moved for quite a while.
Oh,
And-
I feel bad.
Eventually, you look
'cause
over
you should.
and Butt Trumpet's on the bed, kind of just going,
Exactly. Yep, should have seen that coming. Are they sitting up, or do I need to knock them over?
They're just tangling your hair now.
Okay, so the two of you end up asleep. One
Yeah.
voluntarily, the other kind of on their own.
Yeah.
Back down at the bar, the when old Smitty brings your drinks one more time, he goes, "You want anything else from the kitchen? They're going to be closing up soon, but if you want anything else, I can get it for you. But this will be your last chance for tonight."
Food wise, I'm good, my friend. Reed,
I'm good as well.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm good. Pretty soon I gotta
Right.
put the bunny to bed.
You know what? You remind me.
I haven't heard that phrase
Schmitty.
before, but
Schmitty.
I know
You
what
know
you
what?
mean.
Schmitty, give me do you you know what? Give me the stew. Give me a bowl of stew.
That's it.
Ooh.
And you two boys want each one a stoat spit to go with that?
Yeah, sure.
got it.
Throw that right on top.
Okay. Oh, right on the stew. Oh, you got it.
Hey,
Okay.
you can just prop it like on top or
no.
whatever. Got Reed quiet, you.
Coming right up. Eventually comes out with it and two shots of stoat spit whiskey.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. I pass the stoat spit to Reed. I take one. I take the bowl of stew. Once he's not looking, I pass it under the table to the rabbit. I'm like, you got to remember to feed the damn thing. Besides table scraps, the thing's huge.
I gave it cheese sandwich.
It is carnivorous. We've established this.
It doesn't like cheese? It ate it.
It will eat it. Yes. No, it will eat that as well. But just realize, there's. Anyway, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Are you
We
gonna
got it.
drink these?
I want to drink one. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, I'm sure there's no regrets there. Oh,
Would you like another?
I thank you. Oh.
The ale was
I
really
hadn't
good.
drank in a few days. Ale was all right.
That was really
It
good.
was
But
lacking.
I
It was
hope
lacking something.
tomorrow you
grapes.
get to make more wine. Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of happens.
Ooh,
So eventually
can you
the
make
Go on, Reed.
wine in my
Yeah.
mug?
I mean, there's beer in it. You got to drink the beer first.
Now can you make wine in my mug?
Well, usually it's got to be something else in there, but guys tries to concentrate real hard, and he's like, "Oh, look over there, Reed."
What? I look out the
Pour
window
the rest of
behind
my
me.
mug- I pour the rest of my mug into his mug, and I'm like, "Ah, damn, it was beer again." Oh well.
You made beer?
You know, drink. Hey, magic. I'm very magical. Ugh.
as you're having this conversation, you're noticing the locals kind of start to stumble out, and most of them gradually go.
I will finish my last beer here and then go upstairs.
Smitty wiping down the bar as Reed kind of stumbles one side and makes his way up the stairs.
Oh wait, I forgot Hannibal. I go
He
back to
stumbles
the-
back.
Yeah, you did. Sooner or later, you're gonna remember your pet.
You notice, Reed, that bowl is like immaculately clean. It looks like.
Yeah, remember
I
who
slide
did
it-
that for you, buddy. Don't murder me. Eat him first.
I like dodge the point. I'm like trying to make it so it's like pointing at Smitty. I place the empty bowl in front of guys. I'm like, you can pretend you ate that.
I'm not going to.
So
I wrestle
guys-
Hannibal up the stairs.
Guys, you see Reed reach under the table, grab this ginormous rabbit, holding. He has to have two arms around it, and the thing's still kind of kicking. And he starts to walk away, and then turns his back to Smitty and like sidesteps all the way to the stairs. And the whole time, Smitty's just kind of going.
Don't worry about it.
I love my job.
It's magic, Smitty. Magic rabbit. Pulled it out of the hat one too many times. That's what happens. Ugh.
You know, young cleric, I've been doing this job for a long time.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for you to be peeing on my shoes and telling me it's raining for me to know that something's rotten up there in the rain bucket.
You're right. That came out of someone's dress. I apologize if I have led you astray. The wild part is...
And I believe you. Your symbolism is a little odd, but, I believe you. You want another shot?
I mean, I wasn't going to ask for it, but
Me
sure,
coming
why not?
right up.
I put the bunny.
Eventually
in the,
brings
in
it
the- in the
over,
room
and
I clap.
the bottle has just the tiniest little bit left in it. He goes, you can fit this one. You pay for the shot, but you can finish up the bottle. It's probably you look in there. It's probably about a half shot in there.
Schmitty, you're a magic man.
Yeah, just
Thank
like
you, sir.
your friend's whatever that was with it.
We're calling it
The
a
bright
rabbit.
orange thing.
Yeah, we're calling it a rabbit. I'm almost certain that's not what it is anymore.
I've never seen a bright orange rabbit in my life, but okay.
You may have. I don't know.
True.
I've seen giant elephants in suits before.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Gaius, roll me a percentage dice, please.
Uh-oh.
Not again.
Let's try
Want me to
this
do it?
again.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
23.
Just sit there and enjoy your whiskey.
All right, yeah. So he finishes the last of the bottle, and then he's like, "Yeah, I think it's enough," and just kind of like stands up and like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good. This is a good one here," and kind of just like drags his hand along the wall as he goes upstairs.
Smitty says, before you go up, I'm going to need a couple of gold for all the
right.
food and drink there.
They didn't pay those cheap fucks. And then just puts whatever gold amount he needs. He just puts it down on the table and just like, "There you go." And and pulls out another gold piece. Is like, "Shmee," and then just kind of like picks the one picks a spot in between the two Schmitties you see. He's like, "And that's for you." And just kind of
Yeah.
like drops it in his general.
You see the two
direction.
Smitties all take a step to the one side and reach out and grab it. Thank you much.
Yep. Yeah, there he is. Just kind of wanders upstairs.
Okay, you feel a couple of hands on your shoulders. They redirect you. He goes, "That's the fireplace. You want to go over here, young man."
I thought it was getting a little too warm to be livable.
You eventually make your way up. You notice the steps are a little taller than you remember at times, and
This is what a dwarf is like. Terrible. You're asleep. Ignore this.
Nikita twitches in her sleep.
takes you a while to find your room. You eventually do, but not before someone tells you to get the fuck away from their door.
This is rude.
And the next morning, Gaius, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
You got this, guys. You can't be that hungover.
Oh, it's really good. Instead of just
You
okay.
have a little bit of a headache, but that's about it. Your
I'm
your
wicked
stomach's a
dehydrated.
little off and sensitive, but that's really about it.
It's probably because I touched a bowl full of stoat last night. Ugh.
Okay, so you get up, you have breakfast, or get rolling. What do you want to do?
How's
Go
butt
downstairs
trumpet
for a
doing?
breakfast beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, how am I doing?
I think Butt Trump's actually. Hold on. Butt Trump is peachy. They're doing great. A natural 20 will do that for you.
Nice.
Have a tolerance.
What?
Have a tolerance.
That's right, Butt Trumpet. Good job. And now we know we can shove you full of cheese and water, and that will help. Excellent. Let's go get breakfast.
You go down and pretty much just the young bartender you remember the last time you were here, young being still like 50 or 60.
Right.
But compared to old Smitty, he's a whippersnapper. Is there ready to pour you a breakfast mug if you're ready, and take your orders.
Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh.
Not too much, remember, this is the morning. So,
Yeah, I apologize. But
Oh.
actually, I was wondering, I attempted this at another tavern, and the bartender didn't really take too kindly to this, but I was wondering if you would not be opposed to maybe putting some spices in the coffee this morning. Such as cinnamon, nutmeg.
Crushed stoat.
Not that. Just the cinnamon and nutmeg.
I'll check. I don't know if we have fancy spices like that, but I'll check.
Perfectly fine. Otherwise, just regular coffee is good.
Okay, you don't want any other spices in there if we don't have those?
If there's allspice, ginger, or either of those, that'd be nice. But apart from that, no.
Oh, okay. Will do. How many of you are having coffee? How many of you are having breakfast ale? Coffee? 2 coffees?
I hear it's bad for you.
I'll
I'll stick with the healthy beer.
have an ale. Young
Okay.
Sweet.
Eldred says the same, and he comes out and gives you your coffee. Has another coffee for you, Butt Trumpet, but he doesn't put it down yet. He says, "They checked. All we've got is fennel."
I'm good with just the regular coffee. That is perfectly fine.
I just
with
thought I'd
no
check.
fennel to speak of.
There you go, he says, and puts the coffee down in front of you. He goes, breakfast, we got some omelets,
Ooh.
with stoat or without?
if you wish, and we also have cheese.
Cheese omelet.
Okay.
Cheese.
Okay, and we also,
Yeah,
I think
sounds
we
fine.
have turnips or mushrooms if you want any of that.
Ooh, mushrooms might be nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
vegetables are fine. I do those. Just no stoat.
So no
Dietary
sausage
thing.
for any of you then. Okay.
Hey,
Spasiba, we
you know what?
appreciate.
No.
Not a problem.
No.
Turns around and walks away. You just hear him mumble under his breath, "Vegetarian hippies." And he goes into the kitchen.
Can't you tell by my braided hair?
Yeah, that's right. The 3 of you noticed, Gaius and Reed, you noticed that Nikita's hair is split into 3 kind of ponytails in the back.
Nikita
How
hasn't done
confident
shit with it.
does
She
it
doesn't
look
even
done?
know. She's like, whatever.
Does it?
So
What does it look like? though?
So she's got 2, one on each side coming around the front and one going down the back.
So the
Just-
doll from Rugrats?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it's a good look. I won't lie.
is that gonna fit under your helmet?
Oh, it's short. It'll
She
fit
can put
better.
it into
In
3
fact.
messy buns if necessary.
Ooh, you should do the Princess Leia buns.
Except 3.
The who?
Except
She's from a kingdom far, far away.
Oh,
Yes.
I hadn't heard that one before.
the Kingdom of Alderaan.
Mm.
So anyway,
Okay. So the omelets eventually come out. They're it's the cheese from the grilled cheese, so the effect is pretty much the same. The eggs are pretty rich, and the mushrooms they're big wild mushrooms. So those are probably like the best part of the omelet. The egg and the mushrooms are probably the best part of the omelet. So and guys,
Awesome.
yours has little bits of turnip in it, which has gotten kind of
Sweet.
soft and sweet in there too. So
Oh yeah.
okay.
Call me a hippie. Stupid. Bar owners.
As you finish up, he just says, "I just need that'll be 2 silver for everything."
I will pay.
Okay.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else that you want to do while you're here at the inn?
Pick up the horses again.
Is there
No.
a general store here in Stoats Hole?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yes, there is. Finest in the barony, right across the street. He says.
Ah, excellent. I want to just hop over there real quick. I think some of us might need some rope and some wine skins.
Yes.
We could probably stock up. Didn't they have apples or something similar last time, and maybe some pastries?
Yes.
That's always
Yes,
good.
they
Get
had
something.
something. Yeah, they had the pickles things or whatever.
The pickles. Yes.
I wonder if Hannibal will eat those.
You go over there, and it's the same general store. You remember, it's not a lot of stuff in there. A lot of like farming supplies to a certain degree. Seems like some wagon stuff, for tack and things like that. Some grain, number of jars of things you recognize. The pickled eggs, the pickled onions, and a number of other pickled things. There's some pickled mushrooms in one.
Any pickled pickles?
There are. They're big fat pickles in a big barrel.
What do you think? What do you think Hannibal will eat?
Everything.
So pickles are safe.
Yes, I would assume. Listen, I'm not worried about him not being able to eat it.
Okay.
Yes, proprietor. Can I get 3 wine skins and a coil of rope if you have that here?
Just use the rates in the book.
So,
Oh,
Gaius gets that.
Are you missing rope too, or is that?
Yeah. Well, I left it in a tree when we were being followed by the. Oh, you weren't there. Yeah. Cheryl and I will
The giant
recount that story.
spiders.
I better get some
Say.
rope too. If you have enough for another, say 50 feet, a nice round number.
That's the standard amount.
Easily available.
All right.
And do you have like travel rations here, ones that don't go bad?
Yeah, we got some hardtack here.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick up some hardtack and do you have like apples or any kind of like?
Any
Don't
any
have a lot.
dried meat?
You have carrots?
Yeah, we definitely have some dried meat. The produce we're kind of low on at the moment. We've got some root vegetables and we're out of the mushrooms. We had a bunch of mushrooms, but they went out of here awfully quick. But we do have some
You have
root
carrots,
vegetables. Got some carrots.
Yeah, I'll get a handful of
Mostly
carrots.
parsnips, potatoes, and turnips. Though.
Guys, get some
Ooh,
carrots.
let's
for
get a
the
couple
horses.
potatoes.
Oh, that's right.
You
People
can
need
boil them,
food.
mash them, stick them in a stew.
This is very good. I
Yes, you
thinking.
can do those things.
And did you want the dried meat?
Should
Sure.
probably.
It's not stowed, is it?
Yeah, that's all we have around here, really.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Never mind.
That's okay.
Okay.
We are
You know
good.
what? I think I need some of that.
Okay.
Mm, probably.
The rabbit will eat it.
Okay.
Do you have a brush for horses for their coat?
Yeah, I think we have that.
Great.
So for the brush and all the food that you've taken, just mark off 2 silver.
God,
You
this
doing
place
it,
is
Nikita?
just
Actually,
lovely.
make it 1 silver. Okay. So anything else?
I think that's everything now.
Okay. Anybody, give me a 20-sider roll, please.
I'll do it.
You sure?
I am feeling either lucky or stupid. I can't be rolling this bad all night. The narrator, they in fact could be rolling this bad all night.
Gotta say it like Morgan Freeman. It turns out you could roll that bad all night.
March of the Goblins.
You could, in fact, be terrible all the time.
Actually, that wasn't too bad. That was pretty good. So
The DM was wrong. In fact, it was terrible.
You have to get used to life here at Shawshank.
A tall drink of water walked in.
His name was Stoat.
Eldred. Oh.
Eldred Stoat.
Eldred Stoat.
That's
Okay.
his last name! It's named after him. He's a founder.
Oh, no. He comes from a long line of
Wait a
Stoats.
minute, Eldred says. You're all making fun of me here, but if this place was named after me and my last name was Stoat, and the place is called Stoat's Hole,
Spent plenty of nights inside of Stoat's hole. Looser than I expected.
okay,
We were eating good at
I don't
Stoat's
want to
Hole.
be here anymore.
Yep.
okay, right. So here's what's going to happen.
We get on the horses and go, yeah, get out of here.
We get y'all the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You travel, and we're going to say that you travel 4 days without anything. Every now and then you'll see someone going the other way, but they seem like they're in a bit of a hurry. None of them stop. But 4 days, you've had no eventful occurrences or encounters or anything. And eventually, about midday on the 4th day, on the horizon, you see a familiar view. You see the battlements of Seven Rivers. Gaius, why don't you give me a perception check with advantage?
I can't wait to get to the stone's throw.
Ah, I am really looking forward to that.
I hope nothing ruins that. Please let nothing ruin.
He will
Yeah,
never roll well again.
I nat 20 twice,
Yeah.
so
Shit. Okay.
however that works. However you want to treat that, Paul.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Do I get a free vision or something, or do I go on a spirit quest real quick?
Like,
We'll
Elder
get-
guy
saves
comes
his
back.
body.
That may happen eventually, but not right now. What you see is this. You see the wall of Seven Rivers. You see the cliffs to your left at the far end of it. You see the palace up on the peninsula coming out from the cliffs, gleaming in the sunlight. Strangely, blocking part of the palace view from you, coming up from behind the wall, is a large, twisted, gnarly, bluish-gray thing that goes up and is kind of almost on par with the palace at this point, which catches your attention. But the thing that catches your attention the most, and which you can't imagine what this could mean, is from behind the walls of the city of Seven Rivers is a massive, towering cloud of pitch black smoke. It is thick and big and just kind of goes up into the sky. And that is where we will call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you again next week. As we mentioned, we are going to work on getting ourselves caught up on YouTube with our videos. We're also going to work on making them a little easier to consume by breaking them up into small lots of stories. And we have a lot planned for this year, and we hope that you'll come and join us. To find out what happens to the Friends and what has happened to Seven Rivers, tune in again next week. Same Grognard time, same Grognard channel, and whatever you do and wherever you go, and especially now with everything that's happening, whether it be within our hobby or within the world, be kind.